We're Kristen and Sam, and we spent 3 months living in Utah for a travel nursing assignment. And last summer, we explored all of the national parks in the southern part of the state. We thought that we would give our top 15 favorite things that we have done in the beautiful state so you can enjoy it for yourselves. Keep in mind, there's so many things we wish we would have done in Utah if we had enough time, but these are our favorites for now. Fifth Water Hot Springs. These hot springs are located in the northern part of the state in Diamond Fork Canyon. These hot springs are all natural and have this bright blue color that makes them look so magical. Once arriving to the springs after a 2.5-mile hike, you get to choose which pool you soak in. Each pool has a different temperature. When we went, we were able to find a pool all to ourselves, but keep in mind this place can get crowded. And just so you know, clothes are optional. During the winter months, the road to the springs can close due to snow, but keep in mind the weather during the season that you visit. This past winter was very mild and the springs were pretty much accessible the entire time we visited. Dead Horse Point State Park. This state park is located in Moab, Utah. Here you can find hiking and biking trails and campgrounds. You won't want to pass this place up because you can see the most amazing views of the mountains and canyons in this part of the state. This place is often overlooked by the nearby national parks, but we would have to say that this is a must-do. Entry fee into the park is $20 per car. And one of the best things about this park is that you can bring your dog in for free. Bonneville Salt Flats. The Bonneville Salt Flats are located in northwest Utah, making them a great day trip from Salt Lake City. This place literally looks like you stepped onto another planet once seeing the miles and miles of white salt flats against the dark mountains in the distance. When the flats are dry, you can drive up onto them with your car. This place is famous because every year there is a racing competition, and this is the place of the fastest recorded speeds on record in history. One thing we wish we would have done was brought stuff to make a picnic, and this would be a perfect place to bring a ball to play sports at. And if you're a brave, you can also try this salt out for yourself. A little hint of dirt. Night skiing at Brighton Ski Resort. Utah is known for some amazing skiing and snowboarding, but our favorite was at Brighton Resort at nighttime. You definitely want to get there before dark so you can get on the lift and watch the sunset. This was one of the best sunsets that we saw during our stay in Utah. Once dark, the slopes are lit up and it makes the most beautiful view of the surrounding trees. If you catch it on a snowy day, you will notice that the light reflects on the snow and it looks like it's raining glitter. What is even better is that you don't have to pay for full price tickets because you're only there for a couple of hours. Canyonlands National Park. Canyonlands is one of our favorite national parks that we have visited. It is the biggest park in Utah and it would probably take days for you to see it all. We visited the Island in the Sky district, which is the most visited part of the park. Our favorite hike here was called the Upheaval Dome Trail, where you can see a view of this gigantic crater. It is unknown how this crater got here, but the one that I choose to believe is from a meteor. Our entire day spent here was viewing all of the lookouts of the canyons in the distance, and you can literally see for miles and miles. And it is said that you can even see some other states from some of the lookouts. Antelope Island State Park. Antelope Island is part of the Great Salt Lake located near Salt Lake City. This place is so gorgeous with the lake reflecting the mountains in the distance. Our favorite thing about this place was seeing all of the bison roaming around. We got so close to them in our car that we started to get nervous, but it was so cool to see them so close. It looked like we had just stepped into a postcard, and I honestly didn't think this place would give us that feeling when we researched it. Entry into the park is $15 per vehicle. The park has so many hiking and biking trails, and I even think there's a small campground. Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce Canyon in South Utah definitely ranks high on our Utah list. We loved the bright orange color of the hoodoos the day we visited. Entrance is $35 per vehicle, but double check their website for updated information. Bryce Canyon is a pretty small park compared to the others, but it makes a perfect half-a-day visit. Our favorite hike was the Navajo Loop Trail, where you get to hike down into the canyon and come out onto Queen's Garden. This trail is definitely the most popular in the park, so it's best to visit early in the morning if you are visiting during the summer months. This hike is so unique and is definitely something that you have to do when visiting. Oh, and we love the sunrise point where you get to see a lookout of the national park from above. Such a gorgeous view. Snow tubing in Park City. We have done snow tubing several places before, but I have to say that Park City takes the cake. The runs are so long that you have to take 2 magic carpet runs to get to the top. This also allows for a shorter run for people who don't want to do the entire thing. The view from Park City tubing area is beautiful with the surrounding mountains. We also enjoyed watching the amazing skiers and snowboarders practicing their jumps at the terrain park on site. Snow tubing runs $55 a person for a 2-hour session. Yeah, it's a bit of a pricey thing, but honestly, it's great for people who don't ski. Park City in general is such a fun little town, and we totally understand why it's such a popular winter vacation destination. Homestead Crater, located in Midway, Utah. This crater is a warm hot spring located in, you guessed it, a crater. This is actually the only warm scuba diving destination in the USA, so being scuba divers, we had to visit it. Don't worry though, you can soak and snorkel here too. We have honestly never dove at high altitude before, so this kind of affected us a bit, but later we couldn't stop talking about how awesome it was. It was very dark, but it kind of adds a bit of a fun adrenaline to your experience. Olympic Park, Park City, Utah. Here, you can view the Olympic arenas used for the 2002 Winter Olympics that took place here. It is still a working arena where athletes train daily. We booked a tour that takes you up into the several arenas that can only be seen from this tour. If you make a stop at the visitor center, you can view the several free museums that display Olympic items, including the medals. We were surprised at how much we loved this place, and we got to learn so many cool facts about the sports themselves and the Olympics as a whole. Zion National Park. We honestly could only see a part of this park due to the limited amount of shuttle tickets given out, but we were still able to see some awesome things here. Our favorite hiking trail is the Perouse Trail. This trail has a cement pavement, so it's easily accessible. It is right across from the parking lot by the visitor center, and I can guarantee you that this has to be one of the best views in the park. Zion is definitely somewhere that we would love to visit again in order to see some other spots that we could not visit before. Entry is $35 per vehicle, and keep in mind that this is one of the most visited national parks in the country, so it's best to visit in the morning hours or during off-season. Ensign Peak. This is located in Salt Lake City and is probably the best view of the city. There is a short hike up to the peak, but keep in mind that it is pretty steep. We visited during winter and had to hike in the snow, but the view totally made up for it. We arrived at sunset and got to see the beautiful colors against the mountainside. Capitol Reef National Park. Capitol Reef is one of the least visited national parks in the state, but that just means less crowds. We loved seeing the Hickman Bridge, which is a natural rock formation that looks like a bridge. We also loved the Grand Wash Trail, which is believed to be the site of a dried up river. It was super cool seeing the rock formations that were formed by this river. Both of these hikes are easy, making it great for families. Entrance into the park is $20 per vehicle. Utah State Capitol. Now that we're talking about capitals, why not add the Capitol building? I have to say, I know that not everyone gets excited to see Capitol buildings, but this one is probably one of the top that we have seen in the entire country. The building sits up on a hill, making it easily seen from anywhere in the city, and the view at night, gorgeous. The inside is so impressive with its marble walls and staircases. They also have displays in the building showing different artifacts and information about Utah, and it was really great to learn a bit more about the state. Last but not least, Arches National Park. I have to say, Arches as a whole didn't really give us the hype that we were hoping, and I think that really had to do with the crowds. But if you are in Utah, you have to see the arch that is literally the symbol of the state. The delicate arch was massive and in fact very impressive. The hike to see it was very fun, but not the easiest hike ever. We visited around sunrise and the park was still very crowded. Everyone on the trail respected each other, and we all got to take a picture at the arch. Entrance into the park is $30 per vehicle, and definitely visit early because you will come across a line into the park. So that is our top 15 things that we did in Utah, and we still have a bucket list. What are your favorite things that you did in Utah? Leave us a comment down below. And if you missed our entire Utah series, don't worry, we have a playlist right here that you can watch now.